Guys, we're rolling. We're doing it. It's happening. Excellent condition. That's what we like to see. I already have it streaming, so you should be good. But just to double check with your screens and everything. Just do a slide back and forth just to make sure. Good things to check. Um, that's what we want. Excellent condition. So if that's not happening, we're having a problem. And I'm not saying this to put pressure because I promise it's not meant to be filled with pressure. But just so you know, this is the live stream that is being shown at the watch party happening at the Cow Palace tonight. So there will be a lot of people watching. So just keep that in mind. Okay? Not in a way of pressure.
Don't say anything bad.
In a way, yeah, don't say anything bad. Remember that the mics are on.
I don't trash talk anyways. It's fine.
But just yeah, this is what's being shown at the watch party. So if there's issues, like let me know immediately. Okay. I might not stay the whole time. I haven't decided yet. Depends if Rachel comes and looks like. But yeah, we should be good to go. Any issues?
This computer never.
This computer is never.
Right now.
Oh wait, I don't know why I'm not from metal.
No, I honestly think it was a laptop issue because they kept saying that YouTube wasn't. It couldn't.
Like it wasn't
enough video.
Yeah. Like,
so this should not. This should be good. And Lulu set it all up for us, and he's my hero every day. So.
Would you not sit with their dead face on it?
Hey, how about we do like a real piece?
I can't find a piece of paper. And then my accents.
You'll just have to.
I'll
Look at sir.
I'd be like,
So
don't.
good, are you? Always, right? Yeah. You just have to be a cursor. Nice one. So you just have to say, I'm really sorry, you can't sit here. We're live streaming. Sorry, you can't sit here. We're live streaming.
The big X's.
Yeah. So just, you just gotta be firm.
Peter, I miss you so much.
I'm gonna miss you guys so much. I'm gonna hang out with admissions just to make sure that they're good for a bit, and then I'll let you guys know before I leave if I leave. Okay? Thank you so much.
Agnes. Where if I can find it? Oh, you almost went it too, I saw that. Nah. Just don't sit on the or beside the don't sit backstage. Yeah, I'm gonna tuck my vest now so I don't look like I'm digging my foot. Not going first. Oh, the martini. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, no, if you send that to him, you'll get on added. It is. Gracie? I look really happy to see that, eh? Certain Marshall Carter. So I keep so security. Like last night we had security at the volleyball game, and it was two boys. Anyways, but like I didn't do anything. But I also never saw them again. So I'm wondering if they're just wearing those security shirts for tonight. And they were just wearing yesterday's like show. They're like, we got our shirts. Like the best pop so then they can hear you. They hear you chatting. Are you looking good? No crookedness? Once. Because they're smart. I'm hot. Something set against metal.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 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 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. Test. Check 1 2 1 2.
I don't even know what the Are you filming first? Yeah? Maybe? Maybe? Okay. That was a whole lot of swallow action. Zoom. I don't even know where I'm asking you. Time.
running phones from the VIP region. Hear us up there. This is away. That's good. Okay, this is new. This is new. Wireless is not new. Well, this is new. There's also a watch party going on over at our Inn Society as well here in Atlanta. So cool. Tonight is a big night as we celebrate not only the Broncos, but our alumni as well. We're about 5 minutes away from getting going. So for all you folks here, a heads up to you, tonight in our opening, it will be a partial dark house. It'll be a partial dark house in our opening. So warning to you all, as we're going to get the train on the tracks in about 3.5 minutes. And from that point, we want to make sure that you got to be about your wits. You're not moving the whole pile, so we don't get into any kind of trouble. Outside of that, there's a silent auction going on inside the foyer, going back towards the team concession of beer gardens located on the north end. And you are in Broncos country, baby. We're proud to have you all with us as we're about 3 minutes away from rodeo time. Its college of agricultural technology is located in traditional territories of the people of 27, which includes Siksika, the Peconic, the Kaina, Tsuut'ina, and the Stoney Dakota First Nations. The area is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, District 3. Fans, we welcome you to Bronco Country. Broncos Rodeo! Holmes College is built on tradition. Each season in its nearly 6 decades has celebrated the graduation of its athletes, championships, some banners, and gold buttons. Tonight, we are proud to celebrate our alumni that are giving back and helping build the next generation of Bronco. Tonight, we feature 7 that return to the Braun Family Arena. "2024 should be named the Ames College Female Rookie of the Year. Working towards a career in livestock management as well as being one of the best in professional rodeo as a trick rider, we welcome back the 2025 graduate of the Ag Management Program with honors. It is Gracie Piper. 2022 named Holmes College Cowgirl of the Year. Multi-time finalist, season leader, as well as the Cowgirl of the Year in Canadian College Rodeo. Daryl Polovich Memorial Award winner, a graduate of 2023 Equine Assigned Program, as well as 2024 Land and Water Resources. Give it up for Cassidy McIntyre. 2-time finalist in Canadian College Rodeo through the Goat Time of the Breakaway. 2024, she finished the field as champion in the Breakaway. Reserve all-around champion. We welcome back 2024 graduate of the Land and Water Resources, Becky Bradley. 2-time college finalist as a team roper and selected twice as a bullfighter. 2023 Adults College Cowboy of the Year. Now playing balls professional. Welcome back the 2024 graduate in Ag Management, Brandon Bird. 2-time the Go Time season leader. 4-time finalist. And as a true leader, she's now the Broncos head coach. 2020 graduate equine science. Give it up for HC Emily Pugsley. 2-time college champ. 2 times the Chinook. Qualified many, many times for the Chinook, the FCA, and the Lakeland Association. A graduate 2002 through the Senior Grade Applied Degree Program. We welcome back Colin Hollywood. A Canadian College Steer Wrestling Champion. 4 times he qualified the Canadian Finals Rodeo. A celebrated cowboy amongst the rest. As 2021, they crowned him the Maple Leaf Circuit Champion. Now an assistant coach here at all with our steer wrestlers. We welcome back 2012 Business and Mid-Grade, Matt Richardson. Before you are the alumni who've been giving back. Fans, would you give it up for them one more time? Now, fans, before we roll too far, we'd like to take a moment for the Lord. I invite you to join me and bow your heads as I have the opportunity to lead you in the invocation. Lord, we pause to thank you for the incredible opportunities to compete and share time together. As we step into the arena tonight, we ask that you ride with us, not for a gold buckle, but to help us become the best version of ourselves. Protect us as athletes and safeguard the livestock we work with. In your name we pray. Amen. A representation of us, united, strong, and free. Although it feels dark, the Canadian Maple Leaf still stands strong and as a beacon of hope and freedom. Tonight, fans, as we celebrate our nation, I ask you please rise. Gentlemen, remove cover as we welcome alumni Cassidy Maffenmeyer to lead us in our own Canada.
True patriot in all our sons could live. With glowing hearts we see thee rise. The true are strong and free. From farm and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Oh, well, as the smoke clears and we build some more, it's time to move to the bareback hunting as we welcome the two men on horseback. Leading the pack, we welcome back Mr. Philip Schubert. Alongside him with the despondent class, we welcome Mr. Smokey Daniel Grass. Our pickup men join us. Preparation for the wildest and toughest is a recline jackhammer athletes, the bareback riders. They got their hands full as we welcome back the Big Broncos Rodeo Company. One of the newest faces in the pro game, the Big O Company with Warren Wade and team have brought us a pretty sweet head of buckers. And we're going to start it off with one of our permit riders in the big ticket BC as we're going to Vancouver. Now, the deal here is that this is your first time ever watching rodeo, but I know you're a pretty experienced crowd. 1 through 25 for both the horse and the rider. From that point in time, our officials are going to match those numbers together. The total out of 100 comes away the champion who sits atop that leaderboard. There's a lot of things we look for in the scoring of a bucking horse. The buff, the kick, the intensity, and of course, the degree of difficulty. For the Cowboys, how they handle the cause, how they move their feet, and how do they keep things flowing. There's money in the main, and the rounds on their heels, the more they jingle and jangle, also equals the more money coming back to the regular teams. Now, it all starts with what is called a mark out for both of those events in the Central Broncos Razorback. Heels are more on the front point of the shoulder than a entire first jump out. From that point in time, we get rolling and moving. The handhold of the bareback riding, that suitcase, encased handle, and rawhide. Cowboy's got an oversized mitt that he's going to throw in there to stay locked in. We call this the bind. Now, the wilder it gets and the louder we get, the more fun it is. Well, they also got to keep that free hand away so don't get disqualified. And we didn't even talk about the most important part. It is 8 seconds worth of ride time that they must complete in order to be scored on the ride. That's a little bareback ride 101 for you. As we move to our first man He is representing the North Country tonight as our Bourbon man. And as it goes in the standings race, he's also the #1 man in the nation, accumulating more points than anybody thus far. He's got himself 4 wins, correction, 3, and he's also got 3 second-round places. When Ben Coombs is in town, look out. There's the dollars gently rolling his way with a 200-point gap above the next man. It'll be down at chute 6, where he makes his descent inside the steel. Not a lot of room inside the 2W livestock chute. So Cowboy's got to be efficient. Now, it's a tough look for all of you, but for me right now, as he works his hand in, there's also all hands on deck around him. Preparation in case the horse moves, our contractor on the back to work the flank side as we prepare for the first match of the North Fall Rodeo here. Knowles, here we go! Yep. Gonna hang on. That is the moment we needed. Ben Coombs getting a qualified ride to start us out. Is going to pick up move into position. Is to work that hand free. Now the wild side of it is that 18-year-old bucket horse that they call Unmanned has been there, done that, bought the t-shirt from coast to coast. You've watched that bucket horse go all the way down to the lower mainland of BC, all the way to Nova Scotia. As the year comes on, we're looking at some numbers. It is going to be 66 points they score, Mr. Coombs, tonight. 66 on the night. That'll move us to the Lakeland College. As you've noticed, the representation for our varsity teams, as we have Colmar Sinkoski. Kenora Saskatchewan Cowboys got a matchup tonight on Crooked Hillary. 11-year-old mare that has got a pile of power. Now, as you watch, a lot of shifting and shaking as Crooked Hillary knows exactly what's become her way. Set it up, Cole. Gotta go to her. Trying to hang in position. Oh, ain't pretty. Well, I tell you, it's a qualified ride. Oh, boy, boy. Well, what's the prettiest of bucking horse rides with the Cowboy going to hang in, get awarded some numbers, and this is going to reflect the judges' thoughts on how he was. Score is going to be 56 points. They award Mr. Marcin Koski 56 on the run. That'll move us to what is called a left-hand delivery. That means the left hand exposed to the arena. First time we go there tonight. As the matchup, it is Jackson Stenner. He's going to match up with G22 Bottle Rocket. All right. Yep. Nothing dirty about the Bottle Rocket, but going to be a touch too much for the Cowboy. I'll tell you what, would you mind putting those hands together in consolation? That's a young kid just trying to find his way in the bucket horse world. Well, unofficially, performance one will be 66 on top. Ben Coombs and the Unmanned going to take the top spot. Behind him at number 2 is Colmar Sinkoski, 56 with the Crooked Hillary. Now, one time tonight, we go to the Classic Event Rodeo. It is a bronc rein versus a bareback rigging. It is feet aboard the stirrups in the association center. Same rules apply for 8 seconds. The cowboy's got to hang in the middle. The wilder it gets, the more money he can make. He's going to match up with a veteran horse in Pepper Potts. A handful of years ago, Canadian Finals Rodeo selected our novice horse riding and watch Pepper Potts aid some of our cowboys to the bay window. Here we go. This is Leland Robertson. Hang on, Leland. Nice. Well, Pepper Potts getting a few years on her, but able to take the cowboy to the high side as our lone rider in our celebrant tonight. He's officially already our champion, but the numbers, we'll see when we score them all the same. Going to be 61 points for Leland Robertson. 61 is what they score him. 61, not the highest markings we've seen out of the college, but for a kid who's just starting to find his way, not too bad. Well, a big night in Old, as we got the just getting started Gord Bamford crews. They're already hanging out with us. They may be over at our watch party. This is taking place in the Future Ag Event Center. We welcome all of you joining on the live feed. It's so great to have you getting to watch great college radio action here. This is a big stop in the fall. Hard to believe it's stopped 5 already. As the season is just bumping along towards its final few rodeos before it closes out for the winter months and firing back up in the spring. Now tonight over at our Broncos match with Bamford, we're going to have the opening act into the bar, former Collegiate athlete for the Old School Broncos, I might add. And she's going to be going at 9:30 p.m. So we're all out of here just in time to go join the watch party people and hang out with them while we hang out with Kinsey Dubois. Then, of course, we welcome on the legendary talent from right here in Alberta and Gord Bamford from 10:15 to 11:25. And then there's a DJ to follow his set. So it's a full night of excitement. It's all going down at the Future Ag Event Center, formerly known as the Cow Palace, as we appreciate the two of the Old Regional Exhibition for coming on board with us. We also thank the team of Grant, as they're proud to be your local John Deere dealer, as well as the Desert Land to be alongside us. And the official party stop throughout the season, it is Bulldog Saloon, where last night they had a kickoff party as we welcomed Dusty Golden to town. See the biggest guitar sub as a fun night to be had by all. Oh, it's to the pole bending we moved to. 21 415 unofficially, sitting at number one spot with Willie Wilson of the Lakeland College. And that can change tonight. We're going sections of 5. We keep that ground fresh. And we started off with one of your very own Broncos. It is to Evans Feast. Now each one of these poles represents 5 seconds in penalties. So 15 seconds to be collected on the run of the Cowgirls to stop the clock. It is going to be a 24.164. That'll be 39.164 run time. Totaled up 39.164 for Evan Steves. Well, as we readjust our poles, each one of them marked with a laser that is shot from the ceiling, some instances from the ground. As we go to Jalen Schneider, Daysland, Alberta Cowgirls riding for the Lakeland College Wrestlers. Riding a Friends horse the last couple of weeks. First generation rodeo athlete. Well, Helper holds up. Cowgirl going to head back to the line. She'll stop it at a 28.938 run time. 28.938. This is Ronnie Descavage, old times. It's okay. We can be making noise the entire way through, but I'll tell you, the most important piece is the final pass around the pole. 1, 2, 3, you can hit for here. 10 seconds in penalties with a 21.789. That is 21.789 and 10. 31.789. Total up for Ronnie Descavage. Little whip and nay as we welcome Reese Mackey. All right, Bulls, time to let her rip. 22, 256, 22, 25, and 6. We're going to Jana Weatherly. Many generations strong in the rodeo world. Her horse she runs with Buzz. High school rodeo athlete, qualifying the Canadians for the provincial side. Needs your help now. 21.835. 21.835. We're going to go round and round as we've gone through 5. That'll set us up with Jordan Farmer. Look at those final settings on the pole. Every time we do it on 5 is based on the ground, and of course, you want to keep the ground free for your competitors and judges along with the team or the old sport. You want to make sure both horse and rider have a safe opportunity to battle it out. This cowgirl, she is trying to make a move. She's on the outside looking into our top 10 so far. The pole bending race towards the Canadian College Finals in Rimby as you watch Jordan Farmer move. Is with her horse Oki. There she dips, duck, dive, and time to go. Oh, how about a hand clap for the effort? That is a killer. 22.495, and now a 5-second penalty. That is a 27.49 for the forward. I'll take her outside of the money. We paid 10 places and it goes for points. When it comes to cash, it was all dependent on the event entries. It went down to about 4. That'll move us to the University of Saskatchewan. Cowgirl hails from Douglas Lake, BC. Alagas is a 3-time National High School Finalist, 3-time Canadian High School Finalist that joins us in her first season with the only college team in all of Saskatchewan. But tonight it is a broken pattern as he must stay on the tracks. And fans, as they idle out of here, can you do me a favor? Yep, put those hands together. The energy that we feed to our animals is very much felt and fed the entire way. And for our equine athletes, it can be a little tough when energy is run just a little hot. Well, a season leader in 2024-2025 and also lead as the champion. We welcome back Lacey Churchman. Not the moves you want. Well, one of yours, give her a hand for the effort. 10 seconds worth of penalties in an unconventional way for Lisa Churchman. You take a look at the numbers. We're taking her to the top. 21.334. We're going to add 10 seconds to it. 31.334 total time. That'll move us to Aiden Thomas. Red Deer Polytechnic Queens and Kings. But assembling some different pieces over the last handful of years as they've grown their program, adding some solid coaches. The recruitment season has begun as they've started to put together the pieces towards a varsity opportunity. Each team puts up a varsity lineup to compete each and every weekend, and they get points back the same way the competitors do. It is going to take the money, but hey, let's do more thing, huh? Gracious host, we are 24, 414, and 5. It'll be a 29, 414 for Aiden Thomas. That'll set up a final run of the Bulls for Saturday night. Northern Lights College, Jacqueline Edwards. Moberly Lake, BC. A horse they call Johnny's. So far, so good. Ooh. Ooh. It'll take a minute. We got the best and help with us. They've been alongside our college rodeo team for many, many years. On the inside scoop. She gets to her feet. Bring her up some. The top time for Jacqueline Edwards. Unofficially, that time is going to hang in as a 21-4. That'll be center or slack performance. Lily Wilson going to stay there. 21-4-1-5, and officially your leader coming out of Saturday night as we set it up for the tie-down rope in just a moment. Well, when it comes to tie-down roping, it's about being fast and being real smooth. Cowboys going to set himself inside of our heel side box behind what is called a barrier strip. All of our time events that'll run out of there from tie-down roping to breakaway to steer wrestling and team roping, it is going to have a barrier involved. What the barrier represents is the automatic system. It has a neck rope attached to the calf steer. As they come out of the chute, they're going to reach a point of distance that is deemed a fair advantage to the livestock to keep them both fresh and sane, of course. And from that point, it'll release the hairpin trigger that is set up. Now, if the cowboy or cowgirl happens to break that barrier, it is a 10-second violation penalty that is added to their time. So tonight, as we get started with Caleb Kelly, who joins us in Brokenville, Saskatchewan. But his horse JT going to work their way into the side of our healers scattered on the team rope, but we call it tied outside too. It is now set. He sets a sole horse up in the corner. You want that horse about as flat-footed as can be. You don't want to lean it too much. You can shave time off with how you set him up. You reach out with your rope, and now he's going to work his way down the line. As the 101 happens in free motion, he's got a flag. And he's got to get any three legs tied together. And this represents the same work we'll do day to day out on the ranch, but with speed. And tonight, it is a solid start that we have. Tonight, it is an 18 flat, 18-0 for the Cowboy. But as we look at the numbers, 11 and 8 for Cooper Ash, still sitting number one, and behind him, it is a 13 and 2 Derek Van Vanix round that ran so far. Those are the top 2 times. So the 18 going to sit inside of our top 10 and officially for now. Now we're staying in Saskatchewan. We change teams. We go back to the Broncos. We're going to find Cohen Coughlin. The slide in on the 19-year-old Gilding. As an accomplished national high school finalist at points with 2 times, he led South the Minnesota Line, representing not only his province but his nation. Qualifying the Canadian High School Rodeo Finals every year since about grade 8. The kid knows all about the pressure, but it's a new age, new game, and new generation. And the tie down, his catch is, his catch can. The horns will do. With the biggest lift so far in his career, we're down the arena. All right, kid. Rapid time. As he slides back in the saddle, there's a requirement for 6 seconds with slack in the line. We must have that tie ensured it is good. Our official will give the nod. It's A-OK. 21-3 for Mr. Coughlin. 21.3. We're staying with the Broncos. In his sophomore season, hailing from Fort St. John, BC, it is to Blake Collins. And horse he rides, Garcia. Tonight, the veteran Bronco finds himself stooped. No time. All right, Broncos. You know, I spent all last Saturday night wondering who's got the better fans. Lakeland College off the chase. They're hanging like monkeys from the rafters, making sure the beer gardens never went out of stock. But in the old college, tried and true, the Broncos do roll. Branston Moore. All right, Branston. There's the lift. Gonna put some pressure on. Oh, yeah. Now, here's the deal. The run ain't over until it gets back at the set. He waits the 6 seconds. And as we take a look at the clock, how about a new lead time? 10.6 for the Broncos. And a welcome on Gage Rawlings. You watch him pounding a horse right out in front. Going to overpower the loop. Now, for those of you who've never roped a calf before, you got to have a smooth delivery. You're trying to throw the rope like a baseball straight across, and you push it. The projection of the loop story is going to kind of hold up a little bit at the bottom of the top side. Does not slow down. He's no time, Gage Rawlings. We got 5 to go. A family of competitors. Matthew Farmer, along with his sister this season in college rodeo. For the BC Cowboy, it is a no tie. We're staying in BC. Well, time we're going over to Chitwood. Riding for the Northern Lights College. He's got some family members that are Canadian champions. As he lives under the guidance of those, he's helped him as a steer resident. But as an all-around talent, Landon Dowling. As a tie-down roper, is solid as well. It's a big weekend in Olds to climb back into our top 10. All right, Lando. Solid finish. Tonight, 17-5 is what they got him at. 17-5. Not too bad for Mr. Dowling. Welcome back, a veteran. As well as past champion. 2025, this past May. They would crown this Cowboy the champion. After a regular season finish, that would accelerate him by 150 points spread. He'd walk away with the gold buckle. Now, I didn't point out the finals he was looking for, and Brody Groves would lead with the team roping title. But in his eyes, in college rodeo, it's unfinished business. And as he works his way back into the box, he's trying to move towards that title race again. So far in the year, he's hit 7. But rodeo's all about momentum. He would take the go-around win next Sunday at the Lake Bland College. But in the home barn, on a packed house, it is no time. But fans, as one of the best to do it in college rodeo today, would you do me a favor? Do give that cowboy a hand into your live on Saturday night. That'll move us to Ryan Collette. Northern Lights College. Rode for a couple different teams. Rode for Red Deer Polytechnic as well. The big man from Beaver Lodge. Solid. It is a family affair with the rope in their hand. Sister is an accomplished breakaway roper. Is lucky enough to utilize the horse she runs with. But tonight for Mr. Collette, it is a no tie. That'll move us to Kobe Irisaki. Southern Alberta Collegiate Rodeo team member, his first year with the Bulls. Got to readjust the loop as his horse Dynamite going to keep him in position. This kid from Southern Alberta, mighty handy. Watch. No matter the situation, no matter the cause, there is no quit. It is going to be tight. Nice. Now there is a 30-second time limit. He's going to be under that. It is not enough to change a leaderboard, as he is going to be at 27-2. And as we wrap up the tie-down rope, but it is in celebration because tonight your very own Olds College Cowboy goes 10.6. It is Branston Moore on Saturday night. From the tie-down roping to the breakaway roping we go. We take the event to tie-down roping, and the ladies, they're not going to be stepping off their horses. It is one of the fastest sports in all of rodeo, and I mean that based on the action. As we've been as fast in Canada, and I'm not talking about college rodeo, but a 1 in 5 is currently the record on Canadian soil. Put together last year at the Canadian Finals Rodeo. This is how fast this event can be. And last night, our Cowgirls would have an opportunity to do some breakaway open here as part of a jackpot fundraiser that goes back towards the team. Growing in popularity, it's great to see the breakaway openers and how much has gone on over the last half a decade in growth of the sport. Now tonight we get started with Sarah Fireback. Well, the Maple Creek Cowgirl backs in. Is to try it out, doing 2 and 8. But tonight for Fireback, it is no time. So 2 and 8 gets put together in our slack performance. Again, a ton. If you've never been around rodeo, the slack, the overflow, as we take 10 in every event as it goes from performance, as the draw is set up, as Cowboys and Cowgirls run the positions they competed, but they also draw in the livestock they work with. To the benefit of the Cowgirls and the performances, they've seen these calves run already in a handful of runs this morning. When we see Nickel, she knows how to put to work the strategy. Oh, that loop is not going to hang in the right spot as Macy Nichols finds herself in a no time. Oh, well, to Georgia Hale. Now, qualifier, the high school finals out of Manitoba, with a cutting and range cow horse. A solid horse from the Nuances Cowgirl in all events of rodeo. It is her equine ability that has helped elevate her. But tonight, English work. That'll move us to Kaylee Clark. Pilot competitors for both the Lakeland College and the Olds College teams is the two largest lineups. When it comes to varsity teams, you set your teams for each event. So for Kaylee Clark, and her horse Shrimp Bait, they reach. But it is not going to come back as in time. As the breakaway rope it is a bell collar catch. We require getting a head to the neck only. You have no intermittent parts. You can't be missing parts of the head catch either. No half the head, no ears, no single nose. That'll set up Elsie Rawlings. Got throw from Ardrossan. It is in no time for Elsie. It is in no time as she tracks in behind now. The breakaway, the tie down, the team rope, and the steer wrestling, the livestock and how they move is how you can kind of set up your run. So when you watch them back in, you're going to set that horse in a position. They also notice they're going to be pushing towards that barrier. You don't want to wait for that head start to happen. You're doing what's called scoring the cattle. You're going to work towards pushing from that barrier a little bit so you can be the fastest possible. And for Stevie Blades and Matt now Purtle. River horse Playboy. They're going to set up, reach. As she pulls back on the slack, it is not the right end of the livestock she requires. It is going to be a no time. That'll sit up Katie DePail. Dunkirk, Saskatchewan. To retie the barrier. The piece they tie on is this little small string. It's called the pigtail. And if the barrier is broken, it will actually detach representation that the cowgirl or cowboy broke the barrier. As our officials this weekend, we welcome Mr. Derek Adams down at our time event side on horseback. We welcome Mr. Colin Hollywood. Two very experienced gentlemen, illustrious rodeo careers in their respective sports. Now coming back, tough position of adjudications. All right, Caitlin. Reaches out. Yep. Another word. We get the Broncos back on track. Their first qualifying time of the performance. They 5-2. Northern Lights College has had some very, very talented competitors. They're lucky enough to still have this cowgirl on the roster. Has taken as a youngster and last year to best the field. A seasoned leader in the breakaway roping and the team roping on the hit side. Riley Bonderom can be a game changer. But tonight, it is not going to work. It is not going to work for Bonderom. No time for Riley. As we go to a chemical who's going to look to be a two-event champ similar to last weekend. Unofficial champion on Saturday for the bull bending, the 21-415. Tonight, if she goes 2-5 or faster, for a 2-7 or faster, he has an opportunity to go back to number one. It is Lily Wilson. He's on her horse. Whoa! And as we look back at the barrier to confirm it is okay, we got the thumbs up. We're all right. Man, she's going to do it again. How about 2.3? Over the last 3 weeks at College Rodeo, that cowgirl has been superb. Over the last 2 weekends, she's collected a pile of points. Now she is sitting currently 8th in the race towards an all-around cowgirl title, where the top hands of each of our cowboy cowgirl can go away with some nice hardware. This is Raina Monroe, Lakeland College. Final one to run. Nice loop. Great finish. It is a 4-9 tonight she puts together, but unofficially we take her to the winner circle again. It's 2.3. It is Lily Wilson. Well, don't forget, following the go time, we have an intermission, which will give you an opportunity to go see our silent auction items in the foyer. And as well, we have our concession and beer garden that is loaded up here tonight. As well as all the VIPs upstairs. Looks like a fun time. We appreciate having all of you hanging out with us in our mezzanine. The new addition this year to have you guys upstairs in a bit of a different capacity. We also like to leave the Dixie as well as the Broncos team proud to have our video athletes as part of their athletic team. The Broncos, a lot of growing pains over the years, but it's come to a point now where we're like to see as the team is moving in the right direction. Back in 1917, when it started this place, pretty wild to see all the cars that have gone on. But it's been a wild time. The old college road, the Broncos rodeo team, now in its sixth decade. And tonight, as we go to the go time, it's going to be an absolute battle, as we just talked about up here. Now, right now, how it's going is an 8-3 on top. Avery Sarnoff so far. Avery's in tie, and Ronnie Bondaroff sharing an 8-4 in the second, third split. But it is going to be a start tonight with Reyes Sawankin. As we look at the hopefuls, we've got Cowgirls that are testing the season's leader race. We get started with the Week 9 college wrestlers. Cowgirls going to run down, step off the horse, lift, flank, and tie that gold with the three legs together. And like the camp ropers, they got to take a step inside and wait 6 full seconds. As Ray gets through the first one, needs to wrap, position, and tie. It is a 16-3 tonight with Ray Sawanki, 16-3. But that is going to set up the number 3 cowgirl in the nation. Former Bronco, now back to the North Country where she grew up. She rides with the Northern Lights College. It is Shelby Core. As Jazz gets her down the arena, it is to rapid time with speed. And she'll be mighty quick. But tonight it is a 9-4. 9-4 for Shelby Core. A rookie for the Broncos this season who has collected 740 points already. He's got 3 wins and has never placed lower than 3rd. This is Alyssa Pfeffenmeyer. My goodness. And she continues to be the dominant force. Let's take a look at the numbers. How about a 7.2 Broncos mile? Whoa. Going to be tough to beat. You got to be 7-1 or faster now to move the needle. As we go to U of S, and it's Jenna Hesford. Look at her biochemistry program. Lift. Got a scoop and wrap all in one fluid motion. Be a touch off the pace. And she goes 16-1 tonight. 16-1. We're going to stay with the U of S. We're going to St. John. Keep moving, Sage. Yes. Woo. It is 11-4. She puts together 11-4. That'll move us back to the Broncos. They got this wrong last weekend. I'll correct it now as we get prepared to welcome Reach Dragon. Now working through the business management program. First generation athlete, and now proud Bronco team member. All right, Reese. Yep. And a 10.8, but can it hold? That'll work. 10.8. Reach Dragon on the board. That'll take us to another Bronco. Hailing from across the rocks in Kamloops, BC, it is to Brooke Jeffries. Go on, Brooke. Cowgirl raised on the ranch. Moving her work east across the rocks. And tonight it is a 10.5. She runs 10.5. That'll set up Caitlin Appel. Now we beat the Dunkirk Cowgirl, her breakaway. Now, a lot of different horses the competitor's going to utilize. But the horse blue, he knows one job. Fast, straight, and sit her down. All right, Caitlin. Like you can. Yep. We get the word. It is okay. 9-6. 9.6. That'll set up Randall Yanko. This is the horse she calls Golden. Now champion pole bender with the CGRA, the Girls Rodeo Association, Cowgirls Rodeo Association, as well as a goat tying champion in her district. When it came to provincial hopefuls, she did not quite find herself the top prize. But I'll tell you, a fierce competitor in Brandon Williamco is an out 13-year-old who's in some deep competition in her own hometown. And tonight, she's going to put a little pressure on. That'll move her inside of the top 5 as she is going to go 8.8 tonight. 8.8. That'll move us to Chloe Durker. Final one to run. She's a Bronco. All right, Chloe. Time to make a move. That'll do. Tonight it is a 12-2. She'll put together, which unofficially means we can crown our champion, and she's all yours, the rookie sensation out of Who's Here to 7-2, Alyssa Muffin-Meyer. Well, fans, it has brought us to our halfway point of our evening. If you want to stretch those legs, grab something to drink, maybe something to eat, or go check out our silent auction in the foyer. We've got about 5-10 minutes. We're going to turn things around. We're ready for our second half. As we're again reminding you tonight, the Broncos match with Bamford is going down at the Olds Regional Exhibition at the Future Ag Event Center, now formerly as the Cow Palace. The watch party's on right now, and then you're going to have Kenzie Dubois, former team member in the Olds College, that is going to be singing and opening up for Mr. Gord Bamford, who is just getting started tour, the 25th year anniversary tour for Gord. And tickets are, of course, limited. Some of you did buy tickets for it already, but if you haven't, I suggest you work on that because you don't want to get to the door and not getting in. There's a DJ to follow Gord tonight, so you can party the night away over at the Olds Regional Exhibition. As fans, we're not too far away from some exciting times. Now we feature one of our athletes that is going to run tonight. In what is the vocation she knows best, is we're going to be moving the tractor on out of here, which gives us a moment. Great appreciation as well the Brant team. Brant dealer in the house. Scott Kelly is working the tractor on the arena. Proud to be your local John Deere dealer. If you're looking for a tractor from chores to recreation, or maybe it's doing big work in the field, nothing runs like a dealer. So check out all their lineup through the Brant dealers. We also thank the team of the Desertland Cattle, along with our team at Bulldog Saloon, the official party stop throughout the regular season, as well as Thursday night, their college nights has become a tradition for many, many years. Well, a cowgirl who really needs no introduction will be one of our production leads for many years, and proud to have her back with us as we welcome her to our horse party. We got the call up from barrel horse to trick ride. Would you give it up for the one and only Gracie Piper? Coming in with a quality side back pin. Athleticism, agility, and I'll tell you, speed the entire way. All right, so quick little shift change, almost like a pit crew, but it's only her. And she is going to set up for the most death-defying trick that you can possibly do. We need you to be with her, though. Up to the grandstand. All right, Gracie, it is time for the suicide drag. I can hardly watch the trust that she has in that horse party. Pretty outstanding stuff as she spends her entire summer working through pro rodeos as well as semi-pro rodeos all across Western Canada. But tonight, as we celebrate, is the Tricks Anonymous with all trick riders. It is the Hippodrome stand. She brings us in fans a little more noise from you. So good to have Gracie back with us. Gracie, we thank you so much. And fans, she is a proud alumni and proud to be a part of our program tonight. Would you give it up for her one more time? Well, fans, now get your official pause. We'll bring things back to you about 6:50. Yes. About 5+ minutes. We're going to turn things around on the arena side to get ready for the second half. As our steer wrestlers be coming to us a little over 5 right now.
Ending your turn.
All righty, fans, as we move back into it, much appreciation to Brent. Proud to be your local John Deere dealer. Get in touch with your John Deere rep and take care of this area. Familiar face, Mr. Guy Kelly. Help you out with all your John Deere products and needs. From chores to recreation, working large fields. They've got you covered. So as we move to a cool event, rodeo, it is a team event, but it is singly ran. What I mean is, steer wrestling get joined in with a partnership. And as we get started in Chetwood BC Fighters with Brandon Downing, alongside him, we're going to watch the Hazer that is going to assist him. Now they got an important job. They got to move that steer not only into position, but also get that steer in the correct lead. We talk as lead as a trajectory of how they're moving on the livestock. The horses are running in a correct thing as well. Much difference you can move them and how fast you can be if you get them on the correct side. It is a lot of work on our Hazer, but the important piece is the man behind the barrier. He's got a set of horse that knows all about getting up and no hold go as fast as he can to slide on, grab hold of the horns, set his feet. He's got to flip that feet with 4 feet all in the same direction. Fastest time goes away the winner. The barrier is in play. Well, at this moment in time, we take a look back on a season that has landed Dowling steer wrestling so far. 150 points he's gathered up, and on the last day of his home deal up at Dawson Creek, he would take the win. At a 6th-place finish in Vinalto on day 2. On an opening night, so College Rodeo, he has yet to hit the pay window in the steer wrestling. Tonight at Hurt Gunner, he's got to set the pace to the field. And coming off the heels of a 5-2 is the fastest run in 2025 so far. That'll be ran last Sunday. It is momentum we carry. All right, Landon, like you can. Yep. Now we did break the 5-2 mark, but the bad news is the barrier. It is a 10-second penalty that gets attached to 5-1. 15-1 is what they call it for Landon Dowling. It is a speeding ticket for the Cowboys. 15-1 as the siren sounds. Well, we'll set up the big man for Beaver Lodge. Northern Lights College proud to house some of the top steer wrestlers in the nation. You take a look at the top 3, Nate Siemens, Dane Ross, and Wyatt Bonneroff, the top 3 steer wrestlers in all the game so far. Brian Collette backs in the corner. It is not only the size they'll utilize, but it's the technical prowess he's got under the guiding coach, Canadian champion Clayton Moore. Northern Lights College steer wrestlers. Ooh. Got to take a shot, push the limits. What is a tumble he finds and fans, although in no time, when you celebrate that Cowboy son, little encouragement back with the grandstand goes a long way with those tough moments. Well, our steer wrestlers working through the swamps. You watch Cowboys. A lot of sharing going to go on in the Cowboy camaraderie game of steer wrestling. Usually trying to find yourself on a solid horse. Trying to find somebody to do the hazing for you. It's a lot more than just ride down the arena. The arena that's built a lot of Cowboys. The Cowboy that's getting set up will finish out the season last year as our season leader. As Drader Pearson get things finalized. As he's called upon the veteran, one of the Cowboys we'd celebrate tonight, Matt Richardson, to do the hazing. A pretty cool fact is back when Matt got started in college, it was hockey dreams he was chasing, but he found a rodeo lifestyle that's pretty tough to beat. Now coming back as associate coach of the team, working through 80 Cowboys, deliver their best. All right, Trader, gonna reach down, set it up. Whoa, Armstrong. May not have been tight to the shoulders. We take a look at the barrier. We're A-OK, and fans, he goes right to the tippy top. 7 seconds flat. Pearson. Here's in the driver's seat. We have a barrier on the last run. Looked like we were good, but a little late on the toss. So false start by the offense going to cost them 7, now to 17. It was a 10-second penalty. That's a tough part about this job for me. Having to tell everybody bad news, but good, bad, or otherwise, it's all part of it. Now, for those of you who are following the ball game, the Jays and the Dodgers now tied up at 1-1. They're down by a run. They close out the third inning. Brent Scoville going to run out of real estate. Going to run out of real estate. Now you think of the horsepower that is required to do a job, but it's not conventional for a horse to run past livestock. It's not usually their nature. Just finding one to do it is tough. And then finding one with a big enough motor to track the livestock is a whole other deal. That'll set up Chase Worthington. Go to Lakeland College. Finally started putting the pieces together. 6th place finish. He found himself on Saturday night, exactly 7 days ago. He finished up the Sunday in a 3rd place position. Chase Worthington, one of the new hot hands in our Canadian College Rodeo steer wrestling. Yep. Worthington's going, moving. Yes. Now we're going to confirm with you that we're okay at the barrier. I get the nod, it is okay. And fans, Now we can move to number 1 the right way. How about a 6.3 for the Cowboys? That is going to move us. Well, we got good news, too. As Greater Houston no longer does have a 10-second penalty. It is a 7-second run he has. So number 2 is 6 behind a 6-3. That's going to send up a heavy hitter. Currently third so far on the year. He's coming off a win last Sunday. It is Wyatt Bondwell. Now, it takes some time to familiarize and get used to the horse you run with. Also get them set in the right placing. What I mean is how they have those foot positions. We talked about it at the time over the breakaway. CRS and horse, no exception. All right, Wyatt. Got to hold, got to turn and move. Yep. CRS are starting to get it clicked together. Barrier's okay. I think it's going to be 6 and 7. Wyatt Bondroff going to number 2. Because I know there's probably a crew watching. I'm up at home on the live stream. Welcome all of our live streams. Fans. Back to the Braun Arena once again. As our team does a little bit of ranch work. In preparation for our next match. We have Dane Ross. Now, based on my paperwork, we should be at Blake Collins, but that ain't the case. Change up in the batting order. It is to Blake Collins we go. Port St. John Cowboy, we find our tight end rope with multi-event competitor out of Port St. John. Handful of times he qualified for the National High School Finals. And Blake Collins, ooh, gonna stretch out, reach, and his return to center. That'll move us to Nate Siemens. Number 1 Cowboy in this new wrestling race. He's got 520 points collected. And here's the crazy part. He has not finished first yet. He has been second 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 separate times. Can he change the tide tonight? 6-2 or faster will put you there. Watch this. That is where I love an instant replay to watch how that cowboy just stays calm, cool, and collected in the pocket the entire way. You take a look at him. He traverses down the arena to get himself in the spot. He's going to go 7-5. I'll put him number 4 in the round. 7-5 for Siemens as he's back on the board once again. We're going to reach Wilson. 4 generations strong and grew up in Mountain View County. Proud to hail from Sunburn. Inside of our top 10, he's in the 8th position so far. It would take day 2 win in Venalto. Ooh. That is going to be in no time for the 4th generation cowboy, 4th year collegiate athlete. There's no time for Reese Wilson. Bring us to our final 3. A mechanic by trade. As a steer wrestler is qualified for the Canadian College Finals. As Glenn Rogers moves his way in, he's following in the footsteps of his father. Past collegiate athlete. 13 does the horse change. He's right, he's going to be a former coach. The Central Alberta team member now. He's a proud Bronco for 2 seasons. It's always a little different when you're riding a different color. Well, it feels like a home ball. So tonight, as Glenn Rogers runs, we come to his aid. He looks to be the fastest time of the night. Well, it is a false start by the offense. False start by the offense as Glenn Rogers is going to have to reset. They got to get the barrier retied.
I don't think that's good, but you know what? Yeah, I will think
Great display of horsepower. As he resets, got to be sure of the knot. That is not uncommon for a young Hayes horse to find some excitement as well. Horses on both ends can feel the energy. All right, Glenn. Yep. Go on. Go on. We got bad news. Because he's got a 10-second penalty. As he'd be a 4-2 with 10, going to be a 14-2. So 14-2 for Mr. Sophisticated and Glenn Rogers. Leader has a Cowboy speed ticket. Going to pull him out.
Well, like the first year we worked, just kind of.
Go to Dane Ross. He was excited to get moving. Northern Lights College Cowboy. And right now his team sitting second in the round. Dane Ross, he's number 2, falling behind teammate Nate Siemens in the standings race. Now we lean heavy on the standings of the top 10 going to qualify to our finals. It is also the measuring stick for where those caliber of contestants sit. Green does indeed rise to the top, but Dane Ross, much like his teammate, is yet to find himself in a number 1 position this year. Handful of seconds, thirds, and fourths. Gonna reach out. Go on, Dane. He's in a battle. A lot of grit in the mirror. Oh, man. No quit. No quit, Cowboy. Only his second year of rodeo, both as a collegiate athlete and as a steer wrestler. Proud to ride for the Broncos Blue. Keegan Hodgson, our final steer wrestler to go, has ties back to the chuck wagon world. But as he looks to edge his way into the steer wrestling game and is under the guidance of the coach that is going to Hayes for, he's had quite a team around him. And as he backs in, he's been in the 5s, and if he can do it again, it is to a number 1 position. All right, Kings. Time to take care of business. Trying to get that horse set. Gather up and trying it. Nice sitting. Found the spot. All right, Keats. Dot the I's. Cross the T's. Set it down. As we confirm the barrier, we are A-OK and fast. He goes to the top. 6.0. Keegan Hodgson takes the round. The lone team event on the rodeo. We got Lily Wilson, Sarah Beyerback. Can Lily Wilson make it 3 events? You got to watch and see. Luke's on tight. Little assistance on the back end. Ooh. It is at no time for Wilson and Beyerback as we're looking for a head catch and a heel catch to come together. Now the deal on the head side is one of 3 styles of head catch. Slick horns, half head, or a full head. Once we turn left, the healer has got to try to scoop 2 feet. In the event that it's a single leg, it is a 5-second penalty. And again, the barrier is back in play. As we go to a pair from the Northern Lights College, it is the Presley Hipkins on the head side. Been a lifelong path for our Cowboy on the head side. And on the heels, they welcome back the big man, Ryan Collette. Back in 2022 to the NLC High Point Cowboy. Our longest tenured veterans in the collegiate game. All right, Cowboy, set them down, scoop them up. That'll work. This we're going to be +5 with an 8-7. I think it's to win 13-7. First team's on the board, 13-7 for Hipkins and Collette. That'll move us to a Broncos pair.
Sorry, lady.
On the head side, Cole Boogie Red. Heels. It is Casey Swanson. Now the pairing has been in tough company. As they sit 17th so far on the year, a quick move can change the top. All right, Cole. Put a little boogie in it. Swanson. Yep. Well, I know you wait patiently along with myself, but it was for good reason. Our field official has notified us it is a no time as it was an illegal head catch. As we watch that loop come around a second time over the horn and what we call a Christmas wrap. Too many loops across the horns is a no time, and fans, an unfortunate no time that is. Would you do me a favor? Would you give Mr. Ray and Mr. Swanson a little bit of your love? That pairing going for the entire deal to find out they've got a no call. Like getting a tax bill in the mail. We go to Emily Round and Kaylee Clark. Deep to the brisket. No trouble on the heel side. Going to reset. Lock it in. But it is a no time for Rump and Clark. An outstanding pair thus far. This is the #1 team in all of Canada. 420 points collected on the head side is Daily Storley. Heel side, we welcome Mr. Cohen Conklin. Back in the season's leader race. Gold Buckle achievements. That head catch, it's all about being smooth. As the loop would come down, they grab a front leg. It is a no time for the Lakeland OC pairing in Snorley and Kaufman. Now you notice you can ride with two different teams. The reason is we have two sets of standings, the head side and the heel side, with their own standings race. Well, the pairing, it is to Old College Cowboy, Keegan Hodgson on the head side. Now, when you're sitting on a heater in Vegas, you double down. Fresh off a big steer wrestling run, he's got his corner behind him and Drader Pearson. All right, Keeg. Head loop. Not quite going to work out. As we go no time with Hodgson and Pearson. Teams in the hunt. Trying to get that first one caught for big points. Inside, we welcome Shelby Core, former Bronco, now battling for the Northern Lights, and alongside her it is new Bronco in Matthew Farmer. Proud BC kids. Let's go running inside each other. Trying to cook a little chemistry. Headland, Braille Cage. Farmer, little painter. Hey! Will be a +5 on a 9 flat run. Going to be 14 flat. They're going to move them to number 2 so far in the round. Over the entire day, it was a 13-7 coming out of our morning slack. That is what is tied up at number 1 so far as Hipkins and Clinton join so far to the podium. But it is to Georgia Hale and Reese Mack. All right, ladies. Yep. Tough work. Tough steer. Although patient, coming up empty-handed. No time for Hale and Mackey. Solid pair. Billy Miller and Charlie Broderson. Southern Alberta Intercollegiate Rodeo team members back in and sit up. You get to a single digit, the worst you're going to fit up is number 2. Much needed points. So our crew making sure it's all set up just right. If you notice how those steers stand, you want nose to the center of the gate before you do anything. Each one of these steers is going to be a touch different on how they run. All right, ladies. Down the road. Loop is on. Whoop. They reset. Not a lot caught, so they can redo it. All right, Charlie. Time to take that Southern Alberta Ranching style to work. Some handiwork on the backside, but we've got ourselves 15 seconds worth of penalties. Some barrier at the front line in the field 5 on a 19-5. That'll put him at 34-5 totaled up with penalties, and so far that is third in the round, but it'll pull them outside of our top 7 on the deck. Solid team. We go to Oaks College on the front side. Backside, it is Lake Lance, Caleb Killick. Now as Brody Grove joins us on that head side, as a Pro Rodeo Cowboy qualifying in for the Maple Leaf Circuit Finals, he's done that. He's been just on the outside of qualifying for Canadian Finals Rodeo, but last May, he was arguably one of the best in Rimpey to be crowned a Team Open champ. We're quick. Backside, we're reaching. Grabbing hold of the wrong end of our steer. So it is in no time to wrap up with. And unofficially, it's a 13-7. No, it is going to be a 7-second as I work back through the times. And it is going to be Jordan Farmer and Keegan Russell, who was buried there as our slack performance has been taken with a 7-second run. That is how it's going to wrap up in day one's team roping. A little tough for the ropers as they roll their way out of here. And that is going to set up the mount racing. 2 minutes to go. And then you're going to head over to Rolls Regional Exhibition and hang out with Mr. Bamford and friends. Continue on to lead us out. Then the just getting started to it. It's underway with Gord Bamford. Little baseball update for you. Jays are still tied 1-1 with the Dodgers. Top of the 6th inning. 1 out so far. After a big win last night, upsetting all the analysts. It's great to see the Jays rocking and rolling in the World Series. Because I can't help myself, and I got the game going up here. They did get Otani out. He's a pop fly, and they just ended the inning. As they're hitting the bottom of the sixth, the Jays have now got past the tough part of the pen. We like to see appreciation again to Mr. Brand Tractor. Proud to be your local John Deere dealer. Well, as we set up the barrel race, and here's what's gone on already. A 14-1-2-4 Red Deer Polytechnic Queen Kendrick Zim time. Currently sitting on top. Central Alberta Capital, the 14-2-7-0 Lisa Terpsma is currently number 2, but we are not done yet. As we move to the fast horses, pretty ladies, it is 3 barrels before even what is called the Texas Cloverleaf. You can store it on the right or left-hand side. Once you store it on the pattern, though, you're going to stay that way. And if you break the pattern, no time. Cross the eyes, no time. Or if you knock any one of these 3 barrels, that is going to cost you 5 seconds in penalties. It'll get added to your time. Okay. See where you're standing? Look over. Yep, right there. It's okay. We're going to do a treasure hunt later. We'll have to set a map for the arena. All righty, barrels are ready. Kevin throws ready to roll. It is Broncos we start with. As we're going to be joined in with Emily Langford. Rolling in on her horse, Goose. The champion from out east. All right, Em. Ramp and turn, yeah. 15-0-3-2, she runs. 15-0-3-2, Emily Langford. That's going to set up another Bronco. Hails from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Moved over to the business management course here at the OC, Reach Dragon. Her horse Cruising 99, and tonight it is consolation to give her a little Bronco pride going on to it. May not be the fastest time ran today is at 14.802. It would be, but 10 seconds of penalties, 24.802 for Reach Dragon. That'll move us to the rookie sensation who take our goat time. Currently sitting 8th so far in the standings race. It is to Alyssa Maffenfire. Cowgirl going to storm the left-hand side. All righty. Down to kick it up some Broncos. Stampede run we go. 15.840. 15.840 for Alyssa Maffenfire and her horse Tesoro. That is going to bring us to Jalen Schneider. New horse to her in Julie. To the right. A little snug. To the left, we're a touch better. All right, fans. This wrestler needs no help home. 18-7-7-7 and 5. It'll be 23-7-7-7 for Jalen. We're going to move over to Annika Surridge. Her horse Marlin. Cowgirl in a toe field. Yep. All right. Final one round before the ring. Took it up. 16-5-6-7. 16-5-6-7 as we take the tractor round and round. So nothing changing on the front side. It's Gabriel Zuptai still number 1. Lacey Terpsman is still sitting number 2. As we prepare for the final 5 to drive our Saturday night special, again, we remind you to head over to the Future Ag Event Center, formerly known as the Cow Palace, following our event tonight. They'll have Kenzie Dubois. Follow that up. Provision Port Bamford to just get started to us. And he's in wrap up with a little DJ action to keep the party rolling through the night. We remind you we're back here again tomorrow with a full day's work starting at 10 a.m. we park that pretty John Deere green tractor. We're after a quick load at the bovine. As we are going to welcome Claire Durker, Coach College. First year college rodeo. She rolls in on a horse they call out for her. Close for comfort. Well, I'll tell you what, we're all Claire Durker fans. Let's cheer on this thing. 14, 8, 7, 2, and 5. Going to take her to a 19, 8, 7, 2 total up. 19, 8, 7, 2 for Claire Durker. That'll set up the Central Alberta team member. We can check the eyes quick before she runs. Hold her up, hold her up. They're not quite set. They're close. Go back through. It'll work. Thank you. Good job, team. Good job, team. A terrifying place outside of the inside of the steel of a bucket chute. The end of the alleyway at the barrel races. I mean that because of the high-powered echelon athletes these ladies run. Mary Saliba rolling in. All right, Mary. Many-time finalist in the Sydney Pros, the high school ranks, collegiate-wise, he's doing it as well. And it's going to be a 15.390 she runs. 15.390. Can we check those eyes, please? It looks like they're not quite set. Hold her up. Hold her up as the eyes are not set. Hollywood, you're going to have to adjust them. All right. Here we go. We're going to Sadie Hollingshead. Lakeland College cowgirl over in southeast Saskatchewan. Hails from Moosomin. Got two horses in the trailer, Tito and Tess. There you are, Sadie. You can knock them, just can't knock them down. Cowgirl, here we go. Oh, a heartbreaker. And a 14, 8, 7, 8, and 5. Going to put her to 19, 8, 7, 8. Total up 19, 8, 7, 8. That'll take us to Peyton Yurkowski of the Lakeland College. Has got a pile of horses. From working cow to reining, barrel racing. All right, Peyton. One turn left. That's all it takes. Peyton Yurkowski going to stop the clock at a 17.248. That is 17.248 for Yurkowski. And that has got to set up with one of the top cowgirls in college rodeo over the last handful of years. As we are moving to the U of S with our final run of the night, it is the Trinity T-Ball. The right. For the sizable gray, you watch the agility. Like an Indy car, they're going to gear in, gear up, and get out. 14.308 for the cowgirl. That'll move her to the number 3 spot, and officially, your unofficial leader going to come out this morning. It is Cambry Zentai in the barrel racing on day 1. As we move to the final event of the night, it is time to meet our cowboy protectors, our bullfighters. It's been a punch at time the practice pen. We welcome to his first college rodeo here in 2025, Mr. Ben Mad Hobbs Hannibal. He is joined in with the returnee and Will beam me up Scott. And making his return alumni, Braden Bad Company Bird. As we are Sunday night live in the bull riding, we've got three that are going to do the dance of the toilet.
Six. Okay, right?
Well, as we strap into the first one, it is 8 seconds we need for the gear changes in the rough stock. Brenton Bull Rope, right hand down, cowboy, and a right hand delivery. To the big man from Vermilion, Alberta, who rides for the Lakeland Wrestlers. And now it is his 7th bull ever. It is Lane King who matches up with Drew. Big O Rodeo Company brings the bovine. Here we go. Woo. It is a buck off with Lane King. Going to come down before the required 8. Because it leads us with 2. Now, a lot of these bulls are qualified to be seen or a finals. They've gone on the barrier for a handful of seasons. So plenty of bovine power, but should match up the Cowboys well. As we go to the U of S, it is to Broden Beta and the Golden Boys. It is the Gerlin Syndicate and Bobcat Services Buckshoot that prepares to swing wide for the 8 seconds of fury. Saskatchewan proud. Broden Beta. Going to come down on a sizable creature known as the Golden Boy. Pretty much become a yard and about as calm as they come when it comes to bucket bulls. No food, and you could probably throw a halter on them, lead them around the yard. Comes down to this final matchup of the night. And then she's party time at the Future Egg Event Center. We get 2. I like that. It'll be Jagger Moore we go to right now, Central Alberta team member who's matching up on the buckwheat. Buckshoot 5. He's got an opportunity to come away with a few more points, and it's Jagger Moore currently splitting the #1 position with 2 other Cowboys. All right, Jagger. Where the rubber meets the road. Little steel to the wheel. Good. Into the well he goes. Well, for our official side of things, he buck off with Jagger Moore, but we got 1 more to ride. You keep your wits about yourselves. Well, as they do some prep work to get things sorted down below, an opportunity again to thank the team that brings us here. Desert Land Cattle Co. Grant, proud to be your local John Deere dealer. From George tractors to Bobcats, and of course the John Deere line of the skid steers, they have got you covered. From big field work to playing at home, getting a John Deere tractor, get in touch with your local dealer. Of course, the local man right around the highways, Mr. Guy Kelly. Also thank the Desert Land and Cattle Pro for being a part of our team, along with the Bulldogs Saloon, hosting our launch party last night. A little warm up. What is to come tonight is a big night, big Saturday. As it just getting started, tour with more Bamford going down at the Future Ag Event Center, formerly known as the Cow Palace. Those of you that have already joined us in the watch party, we're coming. We are coming. Miss Kenzie Dubois going to get the party started at 9:30. Then 10:15, Mr. Gord Bamford going to hit center stage. 25th anniversary. Then a little DJ action to keep the party rolling into the wee hours of the morning. Then we're back here again tomorrow, 10 a.m. It is a fresh day. With some tired people. So even better is that you can do all of this safely without trying. We don't condone no drink and driving, that is right. There is a shuttle that is going to be coming here, and it has already made its way. So if you want to get on the shuttle, you do so after this blowdown. Then the shuttle will be moving a few times tonight, so you don't have to worry about walking too far. But no snow on the ground. A little cooler, you just dress for it. You can find yourself over at the Future Ag Event Center. We move back to our right-hand delivery. Early Symphonic and Bobcat Services Buckshot. It is to Wyatt on a matchup with Dr. Nefaria. The Big O Rodeo Company brings us the bovine, the bucket horses. It is our final go for Saturday night. Try to be big. All right, Wyatt. Focus to the middle. Trying to get that bull to step ahead. There it is. Yep. Yep. Go on, Wyatt. Hang on. We got word from our officials. He would make it. It is the way we wanted to finish. I got the thumbs up. I got the thumbs up. We're thumbs up all around. Scores are coming in. All right, the numbers, not too bad. How about 80 points for Mr. Wianco? Close it down. Well, fans, on behalf of the entire crew here, we thank you so much for being with us. For our paramedic team who's been alongside us for many, many years, my good friend, Mr. Lynn Roberts, our rough stock contractor at Big O Rodeo Company, the team events contract, we welcome the Moore Cattle Company, the Bullfighters again, Phil, beat me up, Scott, Ben, Matt Box Havel, and Brendan Man Company Broom as they make the exit. Our pickup man who worked tirelessly through the night, Daniel Grant, and Philip Schillenberg. Timers, Rhonda Henry and Suzanne Kelly. Our judges, Eric Adams and Colin Hollywood. Our music director, Mr. DDK, DJ Dave Kilby. We thank him so much for being